The world liked me. David, it's good to see you.
We wanted to have you with us in Las Vegas, but you were busy in Atlantic City.
No, of course, and you know the money you pay. I'm going to run to do this. I mean, this is a treat because you meet young people.
Yeah.
You know, you met Betty
audiences.
Davis, 109. The woman is wonderful. Really. Yeah. When she sat at this desk and you kept saying, Betty, try to reach the medicine. I mean, come on, you don't need that.
I never
She's
said
a
that.
lovely star.
She's a wonderful
I know her for
woman.
many, many years.
Very nice woman.
Yes,
Did you ever work with Betty Davis?
No, I'm not that old, and you're going to get a slap in the face. If you say that.
Well, you could have worked with her when you were...
Sure, in World War I, I could have worked. No, I worked with Clark Gable. You never worked with Clark Gable, did you?
No, I didn't.
Did you ever work with anybody?
Oh, no. Tonight's my
He
first
was in
night.
Indiana on a Saturday night, sitting there, stepping on a cricket, going, I'm looking for work. I spoke to Johnny Carson.
How is Johnny?
You'll get the call Friday. Something about look for work.
Oh, I see.
And be with that other girl. Anyway, hey, there's none of that. There's no voting. You people sit there, you stood in line all night. When I went through the NBC entrance, they were all by the door going, there he is. Now all of a sudden they're turning on me. David, I gotta tell you, though,
Paul.
this is a different studio. This is a smaller studio. You had a bigger
Same studio.
Really is?
Same
Well,
studio,
I
yeah.
guess the actor's shrinking.
Yeah. It's,
How did you like Vegas?
Oh, we had a great time in Vegas.
Yeah, I missed you there. I was looking
We
forward
wanted to have you in there. It would have been great for us.
Hey, and to meet Robert Goulet and Jerry Vale. No, Jerry and Bob are my good friends. There's a guy out there with a blowgun.
So, you must love coming back to New York City.
Well, I do. Except I'm going busted because the wife's in every store in town.
Yeah.
The wife's on a
There's
hunt.
a lot of shopping.
Oh, she's got a black belt in shopping.
Uh-huh.
And she just gets up in the morning and goes, I want to see the Jew go broke. Anyway, the Jewish people, we usually don't go broke. We buy trees. Anyway, we buy trees. Damn, that was a good one. I can't understand it. Anyway, you know, when you get an Iowa audience, it's rough.
I know, it's difficult.
But,
do that cricket stuff again. They seem to enjoy that.
No, I'll do what I want, David.
Okay.
I don't need you to tell me what I do, David. You understand?
Oh, I understand.
You do your stuff with these young comedians that come on. I put in a lot of years. This is a big shock for me to be on this Mickey Mouse show. Don't turn on me.
Let's go,
Don't
Rickles.
turn on me. We've known each other a long time.
That's
and
right.
when you got this job, you said to me, Don, remember?
Right.
Remember when I drove by your house and you went, Don! By the way, you live in Malibu, don't you?
I
We can
have
give
a
the
house
address.
there. No, I have a
And
house
I have
there.
a house there, too, and I never see you. I've been at Johnny's place. He has a... Carson, we're talking about Johnny Carson, a magnificent place. He
Huge
just invited
home,
us with the tennis court, you know, and about 39 acres, and the lovely lady Alex, and they just sit there going... And once in a while, your name comes up, and he says,
Is that right?
Here's some food for him. But don't you worry.
No,
as
I'm
long
not
as
worried.
Dave Tevitt's alive, you're going to have a
Well,
TV
good.
set.
Thank you very much.
That's an inside
It's an
joke.
inside joke, but sure. Okay, we have to do a commercial, and then we'll...
Right away, huh?
We'll be right back.
I guess time's running out, huh?
No, we got plenty of
You're
time.
getting on my nerves.
Time's running out. I hope he goes after Paul. That'd be so cool.
So now Don here was just gracious enough. Now repeat that invitation. I find this to be almost hard to believe. This is fantasy. It's a dinner. We're going to dinner, right?
It's a big shot.
Yeah.
At a place called Splash
Yeah.
out at the beach,
Right.
which we had a big party. And
$18 for a piece of fish at the place, by the way.
no, a little more than that. But you can't handle it. Don't you?
Okay, but I'm not
It's my tab,
You're
and we'll
hard.
invite Carson and his lady, and you and your lady. What's your lady's first name?
Well,
It's one of those kind of ladies.
Well,
Anyway, no, I'm kidding. No, he has a lovely lady. I never saw her, but I understand when you look at her real close, you go, ooh. Anyway, why haven't you been married? You're so...
I've been married once. I was married once.
Oh.
Yeah. Kind of an ugly divorce. Thanks for reminding me.
Well, no, hey, it
No,
doesn't
but
work
now
out
getting
for
back to
everybody.
dinner, it's going to be
Wait a
you,
minute, I'm not
me,
through with the marriage
you,
yet.
me, and Carson are going to dinner. I want to see
No,
this.
we're not going. Well, not when you beg. We're going to go nice. No, we'll go to dinner, but you and I know that Johnny is a very, very meticulous man and very, particular who he goes out with. Not because he doesn't love people, but he's the kind of guy that finds,
He does love
it's hard
people.
for him to do, let's hear it, rah, 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 Notre Dame.
Yeah.
He's not that kind of guy.
Probably
On
not.
camera, there's There's nobody more. But when the light's out, he picks his friends. And as the last time I looked at the list, you were about 178. But we'll go out one night at the beach, and you bring your cigar, and you close up that little cave in the teeth. And you wear your little baseball cap, and you sit there and go, I'm making more than that old man over there. And we'll have a nice evening. And the beach is great. Do you like the beach?
Oh, I love the beach. How can you not like the beach?
Well, sure. I'm married 22 years now, and the beach gets me a little excited. The waves come in, and the wife says, pretend we're surfing. And I stand on top of the boardwalk and make a little move once in a while.
Do you wax her up?
You know something? I gotta mark that down. I never thought about that.
Gotta use that if you like.
Next time I take a shot at the wife, I'm gonna wax her up. And if I stay there, I'm gonna have another kid.
I got a couple of photos here. You want to see these pictures?
Sure. Hey, whatever you want to do. It's your show. You're the biggest thing in the business.
Just barely. Okay, here. What do we got here? This is you and Frank Sinatra. Oh. This is you with your mouth on, hand on Frank's mouth.
Wow.
You got that picture. I was at the Golden Nugget where I opened June 25th.
The Golden Nugget. I remember staying at that place.
I limp. But Frank Sinatra, he and I at the Golden Nugget in Las Vegas, and Frank started to explain to me about Marco Azzanando, who is a very dear friend of ours, who is not here, unfortunately. He's in Sicily trying to straighten out a few people. Anyway, but Frank is a dear friend.
You get along well with Frank?
Huh?
You get along well with Frank?
Oh, yeah. He's going to kidnap your kids. Anyway, you don't have any kids, but...
Now, do you want to talk about
You
this?
could show that.
Now, we see this now, and I don't know. I mean,
you ran that. One night I watched you, and you held that up. You were a little sarcastic about it. And yes, you were, and hey, I can't blame you. It looks kind of weird.
This is Don Rickles playing a piece of carpet. Wow. This must have been huge money.
Well, you certainly know it. I didn't do it so a dog would walk on my face. You can bet on that. I got a lot of expenses. I got a mother-in-law that just gets up in the morning going, "Is he still working?" Anyway, I have a lot of payments. That carpet, Allied carpet. Great carpet.
Well, let's check and see what it is. As long as we're
Allied carpet.
waste time on a
to
plug
get the stains out, you need 3 maids and 1 person who's willing to work 24 hours just scrubbing away, and 2 of them spit up and died on me. And never got the stain out. But
they actually spit up and then died.
Ah, shut up.
Never got the stain out.
Don't be wise.
What, we got just about a half a minute here. Anything you want to say about what's going on? The Iran hearings, the Bakers, Gary Hart,
no,
anything
unfortunately,
there?
the Bakers had a problem. They believed God would cover for them. And, of course...
Don't you think they'll be back, though, with a vengeance? They'll be back bigger than ever?
Well, if they are, the Almighty's going to be up there going, how did they get back? But I do think Gary Hart, unfortunately, was a great candidate, but he got in heat.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. You know, he must hear all that nonsense, you know.
Sure.
But he's now in Colorado with a big rifle going, do you see any movement? Anyway, but it's a shame, you know, because we have so many. You've met Ronald Reagan, our president.
No, I've not met Ronald Reagan.
Well, you ought to meet him. He would be delighted to meet you, really. I think he'd go in a coma when he met you. I mean,
You're friendly with the president?
Oh, yeah. I call him Ronnie. I knew him when he was governor of California. I said, hello, Mr. President. And he went, am I?
When was the last time you saw him?
At the inaugural for Frank Sinatra. We were there, and it was a big party, and Frank kept saying, don't make a thing. And this is a true story.
Don't make a thing.
Don't make a thing. He hates when I make a thing. Sinatra keeps saying to me, and I love Frank. He's the best human being in the world. I have to say that because I have an aunt in Newark who I haven't seen in 3 years. But,
I have to say that.
It's only a joke, Frank, if you watch this, and I don't think you are. Anyway, he doesn't sit up in the middle of the night to hear crash, bang, boom, crash.
You don't think Frank would
No,
like
he's
that,
in the bed saying to the wife, okay, let's try it with the plates. Anyway, he loves China. Anyway, so what was I telling you? I forgot the way.
Meeting Ronald Reagan.
Oh, yes. So I met Ronald Reagan, and we were leaving the White House, and it was great. I was at the inaugural, which was a great treat, and I owe that to Frank Sinatra. And with Don Rickles' image, you know, it's like aggressive and so forth. They said the President of the United States is not going to have me at the White House. And there I was at the White House, and the show went great. In fact, I told little Emmanuel, you know, that little kid on Webster?
Manuel Lewis.
Manuel Lewis. I said, he's the first black kid that I definitely can say will never play basketball. And it got that kind of reaction. Anyway, and then two black guys in my dressing room later said, "Give me your jewelry." No, they didn't say that. I love the black people, I really do. Hallelujah. But I must say that, so we were in the White House, and I was ready to leave, and I said to the president, I said, "Mr. President, can I speak to you a minute?" And he's a tall man. I said, "Stand up, David, if you would." And he's a tall man, and I walked, as you were, and I walked over and I said, "Listen, whenever you're in California, whatever you need, you give me a call." and the president went, "What?" That's the truth. He's a great man, Ronald Reagan. He really is. He's a lot of fun, and he's doing a lot for our country. And I don't get into politics. I really don't. I definitely feel we should have a black president and a Jewish pope. And when we do, I'm going to live in Poland. Anyway, but whatever happens, happens, and I wish them all the best, really. And I must say, you're the dullest human being I've ever talked to.
We got to do
I love this
identification. Don, a pleasure to see you.